The day you stop worrying about lead costs. When $2,000 a month feels like a trap. Picture this, you own a gutter company making it access. Every month you hand over 2,000 to Google or Facebook for ads. The leads trickle in, some calls, some may ghost you. After people want to answer free quotes from 5 different companies, if you're shopping around wasting your time, your phone rings, but it's all tire kickers. People who saw your ad click because it was cheap, and now they're comparing you to 10 other contractors. You close maybe one out of every 8 calls if you're lucky. The stress builds up, your cash flow gets tighter, and the platform you're paying keeps raising the prices. Sounds familiar? You're stuck on what I called the advertising treadmill. You keep running, spending money, but you are not really getting anywhere. Here's the painful truth. You are dependent. If you stop paying, the leads stop. If Google decides to jack up ad cost next month, you either pay more or lose more business. And you know what the worst part is? You can't predict your income because you can't protect your lead cost. But what if I told you there's a better way? A way where leads come to you completely for free, where your website works for you 24/7 without you spending a dime on ads, where homeowners find you when their gutters are leaking, not because you paid for it, but because Google trusts your website more than the big franchises. Let me show you exactly how this works. In this experiment, I'm going to reveal how this simple one-page website here that we built for less than $100 was able to generate 16 qualified leads. Assuming a lead in the gutter industry is around maybe $100, that is 1600 right there if you were to spend money on ads. And we launched this website in November of 2024. By January 25 of 2025, we got our very first lead. That is under 90-day window, we're able to get our very first lead from people filling out, this form right here on our website. That's the timeline you expect to get from spending less than $100. We've done updates on exactly how we're able to build this website. We've done a lot of the mistakes that we could ever make, ensuring that you don't have to make these mistakes. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly the step-by-step method of how to get this simple one-page website ranking and start getting calls coming in little as less than 90 days. Not 1 year, not 6 months. 90-day window, you start getting your calls and rankings coming. So a lot of things happen when people search online for Google. There are 3 sections that appear when a search result is being pulled up. You have the sponsored result. Of course, Google wants to make money. So the people who are paying them for ads, they want to show them up first. This section gets 25% of most of the clicks that comes in. Then you have the map section, the map places. These are where the 3 businesses that Google has deemed fit to actually show up because of maybe the ranking signals, the number of reviews they have, the quality of the reviews over time. If you are watching this video, probably you're not in a spot. But if you are, you want to keep maintaining the spot because this section gets 65% of all of the calls. And the less percent that is remaining goes to this organic section right here. And you really want to aim to rank in the top 3 position, such that basically you have a chance of getting the calls. You might ask, maybe 10% is a bit small, but that's exactly how we're able to generate 16 qualified calls from basically our website, which appears position number 2 here, ranks for searches like this: gutter repairs, mechanic, gutter contractor, position number 1, gutter installer, position number 1 on Google. So stick with me in this video. I'm going to explain exactly how to dominate your local area, especially if you serve anywhere between 5 to 20 mile radius of the current city you're serving. We're going to show you exactly how to replicate this system and dominate this market in its entirety. So stay with me in this video. The very first step we took to actually build out this website is get a domain, obviously. And the domain we got is an exact match domain. What is an exact match domain? An exact match domain basically means you including the service you render plus the city in trying to come up with the domain name itself. So this is an example. So you could basically type in gutter, that is the service we're rendering, then the city is McKinney, and you could have a pre-modifier or a post modifier, whichever one, but ensure that the city plus the service that you're rendering appears in the domain name. This signals Google that this is the exact service you are trying to service for that specific city. That's just how it is. It's been working. It worked for our case study, and going to 2026, this is going to still work. The step two we took was give Google context about what our entire website infrastructure is all about. And you can do this via the title tag. The title tag basically instructs Google about what this website page is all about. We have one page on this website, like I said. So we want to include the core service we render plus the city in which we render the service in the title tag. This gives Google more context about the service that we are doing. Then on the page itself brings us to the third step that we took. We also include the core service plus related service plus the city in the headline copy of the main website itself. Then on the fourth step we took is also include the core service plus city in the very first paragraph just below the headline. These were the things we did to actually get this website ranked. And this covers this section above the fold. The next section is the our service section. So since this section, you basically want to talk about all of the related services that you offer. In our case, it's gutter cleaning, it's repairs, it's replacements. You briefly want to describe what each services entail. Then you have the third section that talks about why they should choose this gutter company. It is here you want to briefly talk about your expertise, how long you've been in business, what kind of materials do you use to service your clients, what's your team like, do you offer financing, are you licensed, are you insured, are you family owned, what's your process like from start to finish. This section builds trust with the user and gives Google more context about the things you're trying to serve your users. Then the second to the last step you actually have to include is the frequently asked questions section. So this section you want to include all of the related questions people might have. You might want to answer as many queries as possible. We have a list of 20. That is exactly what we do. We just make it as a rule of thumb to actually get 20 questions to answer. So we are able to cover the question in its entirety about that specific service that we are offering. You could use AI to come up with these questions, or we could basically leverage Google's existing database because they know exactly what people are looking for on Google and what they tend to ask. So persons who type in Gutter Company McKinney, Texas, Google is telling us that they're also searching for these things. In this section, they call people also ask questions. They're also searching for how much the gutters cost on average in Texas. This question here is a bit generic because we're servicing McKinney, not the entire of Texas. So we want to narrow the question to our location. So we'll basically model after this, and the question will phrase like, how much do gutters cost on average in McKinney, Texas? How much does it cost to put gutters on $1,500 square foot house in McKinney? What is the best gutter company in McKinney? How much does guttering cost in McKinney? This is basically just the first layer. If you tap on this, you will see multiple layers now come up, like how much do 50-foot gutters cost in McKinney? How much does it cost to put a roof on a 2,000 square foot house in McKinney? Those are the kind of queries you really want to answer on your website. Then the very last section is the zip code. You want to include the zip code of the city that you're servicing. This basically allows us show up for search where people include the zip code along with the query. A lot of homeowners who are looking for services are looking for contractors within their specified radius, and they are able to get this via the zip code. So they basically include the zip code along with the query that they are looking for. So this allows us to show up for such queries. Hence, we're able to outrank big companies like Yelp, Angie's Lists, and also today's homeowners. So that's exactly what you expect when you include the zip code on your page. So after nailing down all of these on-page elements and ensuring we are able to narrow down the article, the content on the page, make it enjoyable by Google and also the readers who come online, the next thing we want to do is get Google to see our page and trust it. The best way to do this is via listing the website on local directories. We have a list of over 400 local directories right here that would got our website listed on. And you could basically go through this list and register your website and list them one after the other. or you could use the services we use Mohammed Wahid. It does this for $75 for 400 local citations, and you get a delivery of the links and the public page within 7 business days. This is going to save you time, manpower, and hours you would have spent focusing on running your business. Exactly. So that's all we spent in generating 16 qualified leads from people filling out this form right here. So there are things we didn't do with this website that would have helped us double or even triple the number of leads to maybe 32 to 50 something leads. First off is the phone number. We didn't have an active phone number at the time of this case study. If I had an active phone number, I would have doubled the number of leads. Reason being that people who are looking for our services are kind of like in a hurry. They really want to fulfill that service. They need that service done almost immediately. They don't want to fill out a form that takes 24 to 72 hours to get replies to. They want to contact someone right now and speak to someone about the problem they are facing, and they want someone out to fix that problem almost immediately. The second step we could have also taken is have Google give Google more context about each of the related services we are offering. In order for us to do that, we basically want to have a dedicated page for each of the related services that we offer. What do I mean by this? Gutter cleaning will have its own page talking specifically about gutter cleaning alone. It will have its own page specifically about gutter repairs, about gutter replacement. This gives Google more context, and you tend to show up for more search query, and with more relevant, with more visibility, you show up in the SERPs, and there's every tendency you get a lead or two from these specific queries. The other thing you'll notice is that we service multiple locations. We could also, so like if you're in McKinney, you're definitely going to service anywhere between 15 to 20 mile radius. And this caters for cities like New Hope, Larry Cross, and Preston, Lucas, Allen, and maybe 7 or 8 cities around. You basically also want to include all of these cities on your own page. And the best way you could do this is structuring your website in a very good fashion. So you have your McKinney homepage website right here. You have all of the related services that you offer on this end. So each of them has a dedicated page. So you have your main homepage one. You have this service hub that lists all of these 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Assuming you have just 5 pages of services that you offer. Then you now have location pages targeting each of these services. So for Allen location now, so Allen location you have gutter replacement in Allen, repairs in Allen, cleaning in Allen, gutter guard installation in Allen, gutter guard repair in Allen. And you do this for multiple of cities that you're trying to service. And before you know it, you have a full blown page of over 50 to 100 page website, all targeting various keywords that are relating to the service you're offering. And this helps you rank for multiple cities, multiple services across all of the cities, and this gives you a chance to get more leads on Google. So that's something we could have done that we didn't do with this website, and that is the upgrade I'm talking about. It's taking hours to understand, it's taking a learning process, a learning curve to know that this is exactly how to structure this page to get it the best chance to rank on Google. Then there's a difference between ranking on position number 3 and position number 1. If Google trusts your website more, they would rank you on position number 1. In order for us to do that, we need backlinks. Backlinks can be seen as more of like upvotes on Reddit. The more people mention or the more people upvote your post, the higher you show up in that specific subreddit. That's exactly how Google works. Or you could take an instance, you're going for a job interview. You have the CEO vouch for you, you have the CMO vouch for you, you have the C-suite exec also vouch for you. You literally do not need to prove much to the interviewer to be able to land that job because of the number of persons who are vouching for you and the quality of the people who are vouching for you. That's exactly how Google works. The more websites, the quality of the website that mention you, the more trust Google is able to ascribe to your website, and those they move you way up in the SERPs. And you can do this via backlinks. The very cheapest of them is the citations, followed by the press release. So press release basically is a newsworthy article that you put out about your website. And here I'm giving you the very cheapest of them is King Newswire. They are offering the premium plan for $70, And this guarantees you 450 placements on the website. This basically blows you out of the water. If you are in a less competitive area, this helps you a lot and you start getting huge jump from position number 5 to position number 2, from position number 10 to position number 5 to position number 3 on Google just by issuing out a press release. And if you're not satisfied with that, there are way quality links that are better than the press release. Here, just one link costs anywhere between $74 to $95. And I sincerely advise you to use the services of my local SEO mentor, Jackie Cho. He offers local guest posts from anywhere between $74 to $90 and niche edits from $90 to $95. High quality website, all linking back to you. And this periodically helps improve your rankings over time and maintain them there. So these are the things we've actually built out and understood about how to rank this website on Google. And all of this helps strengthen your Google business profile if done the right way. So here is it. I've given you everything there is to know about ranking your website, about ranking for the specific queries that you're doing. This brings me now to the step of you dominating all of your local area within 5 to 20 mile radius. That should be covering anywhere between 5 to 10 cities. So if you are in these shows that you cover multiple locations within your industry, we've established that the exact match domain itself, Google loves it, and the number of links we are able to build to it helps Google understand and trust our website. So as against building multiple inner pages like I showed you on this dashboard here, using one page to rank for multiple locations, it works, but it doesn't work as much as using the home page to target that specific service that you're trying to offer. And this brings me to the multi-microsite system that we build. So in this system here, you want to build out each of the websites. So if you're targeting, let's say, Prosper Allen, you want an exact match domain. So Allen will have its own website, having the same structure entirely. So you have Gutter Installation Allen as the main home page. Then you now have other cities that you're targeting. Prosper will have the same section also. At the end of the day, you find out that your websites are overlapping each other on Google search results when you type a specific query. And all of these roads leads back to your business. So assuming you are able to get, even if it is just 2 leads per month from one website, and you have, let's say, 5 websites, that's 10 leads every single month on Google coming completely for free with people searching for your services. And it costs you $224 to get started because you build out all of the domain and every other thing. Everything's going to cost you just $224 and you're able to dominate your entire area. I've shown you this blueprint. So you have 3 options right now. Either you start implementing the services today from spending so much money on ads. You basically channel a small profit of that to start running ads. Or you could keep paying for Google Ads and whenever you stop, your phone stops ringing. I'm not by this saying that Google Ads are actually bad. If they bring in a lot of profit for you, keep them going. What I'm saying is you have to build a system that you own that enables you to slowly turn off those ad spend or reduce the money you spend on ads, such that if you're spending anywhere between $2,000 on ads before, after a point of time, you're able to spend maybe 1,000 and 500 and 200, then maybe zero at some point after building authority over time. At the end of the day, you could channel that $24,000 you spend in a year on ads into other things because within 5 years you would have spent 120,000 completely on ads, and this is money you could have channeled into other things for your business. But the last step is you could basically book a call with us today to help you build out this entire system. While you focus on your business, we'll help you build out the structure, help you optimize your Google business profile, help you set up a missed call text back such that when someone calls your business and you're busy, they get automatically texted back to prevent them from calling another business. We stay on top of Google's updates and roll out these changes as they come in, ethically though, to help you rank better and give you more leads. And this basically concludes all of the things we are able to do for your website. So book a call with us. Let's see if we're a good fit to work together. Let's see your competition in your area. And let's see basically how we can help. If you've watched to the end of this video, thank you very much. Leave a subscribe. And if you have questions, leave them in the comment section and I'll see you in the next video.